I'll just roll guns. I'll go max power and just fight things as hard as I can.
Probably should make a note of it in the log. Perhaps something to investigate.
And then I can find better builds and whatnot. Better builds, better equipment, better pizza. Isn't that like Papa John's? I feel so betrayed by Papa John's. It's one of those where it's like, it's a business that got too political, I think. You know, a bunch of like homophobic stuff and like funding hate groups, and I'm just like, yee.
I have been waiting.
So I used to eat their pizza a lot as a kid. And then nowadays it's just like, well, I will just eat, I don't know. It was good pizza. The freaking Paul Newman pizza brand is actually pretty good. Is it Paul Newman? It's the Newman's own guy. His pizzas are actually surprisingly tasty. Okay. Look at a little bit. What? Shouldn't this be $3.99? These are some weird bugs. Okay, well, I'm good to go. Let's see, here in Oakland, Zachary's is stupid good. I haven't heard of it. I've never had Costco pizza before. We have a Costco locally, but the whole, like, membership deal has always been a bit of a turnoff. I don't know if you have to have a membership to buy there, but, like, You do. Yeah, I figured as much. You do have wild mics. Super good. Honestly, like, I mostly had Domino's in college because we had a Domino's 3 minutes away from the college and everything else was much further. There was like a Zonies that was good for, it was like a calzone place. I don't know if it's like a national chain or something. But it was fantastic for the first month. And then it turned into utter garbage. Like, it was so bad. Like, the first calzone I had from them, I think, was a chicken cordon bleu. And it was delicious. Like, I can still remember the taste. And then I didn't order from them because I was a freshman and, like, my college did this stupid thing where you had to buy in to the dining services, the campus dining services. So eating out was not at all advisable. Because, like, you know, why would you... Why would you eat out when you had to pay like $1,000 to have access to... Well, I deserve that. When you had to pay like $1,000 to dining services for the quarter, you know, why the hell would you ever, you know, go eat out on campus, which is just extra money that, yeah, anyway. So I pretty much would only eat out on special occasions if my friends said, like, hey, we're eating out, which was rare. Wow, how did that not hit me? I have no idea. I'm a lucky duck. I keep diving into these hits like a dingus. But that's okay. But yeah, so the first calzone I had from them was just so good. And then after that, they were all garbage. The second one I had straight up had uncooked chicken, and I straight up had to, like, call them and demand my money back. And they're like, nope, you gotta bring it in to prove that you have uncooked chicken. So I just disputed the charge and never ate there again. I think for like 2 or 3 years. And then they just closed down. And then it was just like, well, that's a problem solved. And other than that, I don't know. My experiences with pizza are kind of limited. I like to buy the just like pre-packaged frozen pizzas just because it's so much less hassle. And it tends to be a bit cheaper too. But it's not good. Offering uncooked chicken on food and denying it. Can't imagine they're still not around. Yeah, it was not great I knew a couple of delivery drivers for them, and it sounded like it was not working out for them as well. But yeah, Trader Joe's is amazing. Trader Joe's is amazing. Yeah, what about Trader Joe's? Their pizza is really good. So, they don't have normal pizzas, though. The problem is their pizzas are very much like, these, like, really thin, delicious flatbread things that aren't super filling, but they taste good. Holy shit, that did damage. That was like 2,000. It's kind of bleh after a while. Yeah, that's where I'm at. It's good as a treat, but I would not eat it consistently as a meal. And I wouldn't, like, feed it to friends at a party necessarily, just because, like, if I have people over, I'm gonna want to feed them, like, really filling food. Well, maybe not really filling food. I like to keep my friends fed. Ow. Wow. Dude, cookie butter. Oh no, cookie butter is delicious. But cookie butter is not the same as pizza. But he killed me. Ass. I deserve that. Downed only once. Well, that's fine. I don't know if I need cool shot stuff, but still. Yeah, you need to get a Trader Joe's sponsorship. Yeah. But yeah, I know they have some like really good French-ish pizzas that are pretty good. You've had the Trader Joe's cheese pizza so many times. I find it nasty now. I actually don't think I've ever gone for that. I rarely go for cheese pizza when I get the opportunity. I always try and go for like the weird shit. Oh, let's kill another one of those. But yeah, I should probably try and find a good pizza place around here. I think the only one we went to is a place called Pyology down in Tualatin. I'm just gonna talk super honestly about like where I've been. In Kansas, I was trying really hard not to let people know where I was because like I kind of could. But the thing is, like, anytime you guys ever hear me streaming with, like, Moose and Joe, or anybody from Stumped, we're going to be talking about, like, direct locations I'm near. Portland's a bigger city. It's a relatively bigger city. I don't know if it's bigger than Kansas, but the food here is so much better. Like, no knocking Kansas. Y'all have some pretty good barbecue, but, like, the selection is very limited from my experience. And so, like, I really want to, I really want to try more things. And so coming to Portland has been nice. Let's see. Oh, are you on your way, or did it boop out on you again? Really wish you could invite people from this menu. Just be like, you, join me. And they'll show up to the hunt late. Why isn't that a thing in this game? Kansas is shit. It's getting better. I mean, like, when I first got there... when I first got there, it was okay. You don't have the hunt intro. I'm sorry, man. We'll get you on the next hunt if you want to just boop around for a little bit. I mean, luckily, Quill Shot's pretty quick. But still. If you had Old Chicago, now that I know you're local... I have in Kansas, and it was amazing. So, I don't know. But the thing is, like, ultimately, it was amazing the first time and not so amazing the other two. So I prefer to find mom and pop places because they tend to have the most interesting food as far as I'm concerned. You know, there's more variety, there's more something to it. And it is very hit and miss. I will absolutely accept that. But, like, I don't know. I've just had some really good mom and pop, like, food. Admittedly, though, I mostly have, like, Chinese food. Well, no. Not Chinese food. I have Korean food, Thai food, Japanese food, and a little Chinese. I tend to go out of my way to eat things that oh yeah, and Indian. I love Indian food. Indian buffets more so than Indian restaurants. Because the buffets I can actually say, pick 5 different things and be like, sweet, I'm gonna try all this stuff. Whereas, can't really do that when you're actually ordering at a restaurant. I don't mind that for Thai food. I've been to a Thai buffet and I found it unsatisfying, but with an Indian buffet, I find when I only have one dish, I'm like, yeah, that's good. I mean, I'm mostly here for the naan at this point, and that's just kind of disappointing. Let's see, best mom and pop restaurants I've had have been in New England. They're so amazing there. It's because in New England, it's so expensive to have a restaurant, only the good ones survive. You kind of get the same thing in any really expensive city, to some lesser degree. Naan. Yeah, dude, naan is great. There's a number of... I think what was it? I think it was Whole Foods had, like, kind of pre-made naan that you could buy, and it was so good. There you are. There's the dude. I've been to Voodoo Donuts in Portland. Everything I've heard about Voodoo Donuts is actually don't go there. It's very much, like, overpriced. And, overhyped. Like, it's the thing that everybody knows about, but it's the place that every local tells you, no, don't actually bother going. Ow! I lost my vampirism. But yeah, trust locals. Yep. I very specifically, my expert friends on the matter are Ash and Jazz from Stumped, who are extremely big foodies, and just like half the reason I have, I'll be honest, half the reason why we ended up going to Portland as opposed to like Olympia, Washington, was because I wanted to be around these people and like get their food recommendations. Because I knew that they would have decent recommendations, and it would be tasty. And obviously also I want to hang out with them, but like, it is so nice being able to be like, yo, what's a good place in this area? And they're like, Wajimaya. Admittedly, we found Wajimaya before everybody started suggesting it, sort of. How did I not get hit by any of that? Get out of the way before his ass hits me. But yeah, I would very much like to go out of my way. Whoops. I would very much like to go out of my way to find like an amazing donut place. I've been to a couple of like decent ones, but nothing that's like super ridiculous. I know there's a chai one that's pretty good. Not exactly in the same vein. We went to a place called Broder Ost yesterday. Yesterday. That was actually really good. They didn't have donuts. It was a Swedish restaurant in Hood River, which is like an hour and a half west of here, but it was good. And specifically, they had Swedish pancakes, which are effectively a little donut, like pancake donut holes, and they're so good. Dude. How'd you through YouTube? Just tuning in. How's the game? Oh, orb on the ground. Orb on the ground. Yep, so there is. Game's good. Especially if I don't use anything other than guns. All this food talk is making you hungry. I'm kind of hungry. So when I went to go mess with my AC. Oh, God damn it. I'm gonna have to send myself another reminder. Let's see. 3. I keep forgetting hit the record button. Anyway, can you guys throw up another one? No, I hear it. I hear it and I see it. Okay, good. I keep forgetting to hit the recording button here because yeah, I had to go make sure my AC wasn't going to like freeze my in-laws while I'm here. And, I forgot. Anyway, so I went down, they're like, hey, by the way, we got you steak. And it's like, oh, yes, please. I love steak. No, honestly, I rarely like steak if made by another person. It's a foible, but like, I really like making my own steak because I make it really boring. Just a little bit of butter in the pan to keep the steak from sticking, and then like, just salt, and maybe a bit of garlic. I really just like the taste of a good, tasty, like, no-frills steak. And I feel really, like, lame about it. Because that's hardly good eats, but, like, I don't know. I just really enjoy it. It's also really cheap. I prefer it done in the pan. I can't stand grill. Steak on the grill. Because the flavor of the char actually really bothers me. BS. At least I didn't get killed at the end there, which is good. Let's see. Somebody had mentioned earlier that Texas food is really good. Yeah, but I'll never live in Texas. It's just too warm down there. What about shell steak? She makes really good fajita materials, but her like regular steaks tend to be overcooked. I like mine rare, and she tends to go for like solidly medium. Your dad's got a smoker in the backyard. I can see a smoker being good, but like, I think part of the reason why I don't like grilled steak is my parents love grilling, but their grilled food is not exciting at all. They just chuck it on the grill and that's it. No seasoning, and it oftentimes is burnt. Oh. Let's see.
If I can find a Slayer who's as interested in gathering information as
So you like a good steak that still moves. No, I don't like a blue steak. That's too much. I like it where there's like, I want to say a third of it is pink on the middle. A third to half. Less than that and it starts getting a little bit gooey, and I'm like, yeah. I don't know if I like that as much. But I do like it red. So, gotta go after Shockjaw and Azaga. 3 of them. And we gotta go Frostback Pangar, Scorchstone Hellion, and Razorwing Karabak. Well, we might as well go for the Razorwing next. Let's see. Yeah, Skarn is taking a bit. Okay, we'll grab you in a moment. But yeah. No, Texas was originally one of the places I was considering moving to. Instead of Kansas. Because effectively I was trying to find a place that had cheap rent, good internet, and, you know, I wasn't immediately going to regret living there. And Kansas ended up winning out because of Google Fiber. And also we could not find a single apartment in our price range in Kansas that didn't have some kind of massive red flag, like barbed wire, to keep the people at that apartment complex in, which was worrying. Because it was just like, this means that the people that are doing the bad things are in the apartment complex we're applying to. That was also one of those where we were very potentially going to, okay, you're in the city, all good to go. Let's go kill us a bug. Let's see, I haven't had an amusing steak in a while. The pawns, they hurt. Okay, Terra Behemoths, Razorwing Karabak. There we go. What was I going to say? Right. Yeah, I was also potentially, like, gonna live with other people. I think that was the other kind of limiting factor. It just, like, was not working out. And I could tell very well that, like, we weren't going to be good roommates, so I was just like, okay, yeah, let's not do this and endanger our friendship by, like, trying to live together. Because I'm not going to say I'm a bit of a slob, but, like, when it comes down to it, I don't go out of my way to, like, do the dishes immediately. As long as they're done within, like, a day of being dirtied. And, you know, I don't clean up my room that much, and I don't vacuum as often as I probably should. Mainly because Shell should, because she's a giant hairball, like, giant walking hairball. And, like, and she also walks around with, like, a bag of chips eaten, and just, like, crumbs. She is a crumb monster. Okay, please tell me, Owie, that we got... Oh, no, we got you this time. Okay, we almost didn't have Khaldun. That's good. I'm just gonna sleep on the couch tonight. I can't. Her grandmother's there, and that would be incredibly weird. Anyway. So... No, I mean, part of it is, like... Our deal is I work my butt off as a YouTuber, streamer, whatnot. And she doesn't have to worry about like getting a job to support the both of us. And so, for the most part, she's supposed to do more chores, but mostly we've been preparing for her conventions, preparing for her family visiting, preparing for moving. She pulls her weight. She absolutely does. But unfortunately, that means chores don't get done as often because, you know, leading up to this week, I was like, okay, I'm not going to be able to record midday at all, and I'm not going to be able to record with Shells, so I got to prep everything in advance, and more or less make sure that I don't screw anything up. And then also, obviously, I would like to focus on Dauntless while people are actually willing to watch it, and get up to Heroic. Because I know on YouTube it's probably going to do well for longer than it is on Twitch. Like, after a certain point, Dauntless is probably going to have to be relegated to, like, twice a week or something like that, just because, or who knows what. I mean, obviously, if they chuck a Dauntless partnership at me, I'd be a little bit more inclined to stick around. And also, like, I am committed to at least getting to the end of Heroic. Well, end of Heroic, into Heroic, and, like, put that on farm. I don't know. Doing these long games as a service series are really tough on me. Because pretty much I have to, like, change how my channel works for a while, otherwise, like, I can't keep up with it. Or I just do, like, the Eternal series, like I do with, Warframe, where I just, like, play it when I feel like it and I'm not super busy. The problem is, I'm always super busy, which certainly makes this harder. Which makes this entire experience a little bit tougher on me. Where did it go? There you are. Yeah, Warframe got a new frame again. Yep, but it came out on the same day that Dauntless more or less did. And I am prioritizing the one that does amazing on my channel as opposed to the one that does weirdly well sometimes. I don't know. If everybody was as passionate about me playing Warframe as they are about Dauntless, I think I'd play it more. The problem is it's very much like... I think... Yeah, what about Heroic Plus? I actively will try and keep up with this. It's just that we already killed the shit out of this thing. God damn. Yeah, this is easier. This is a lot easier. BS++. I did fine! You judgmental... Okay, good. I got enough Sleek Razorwing Chitin. We are over-leveled. Apparently so, yes. But yeah, I don't know. Games as a service is really tough as a YouTuber. If I was one of those channels that only played the game, and just, like, really pulled in the views for it, like, what's a... Well, I mean, a lot of the, like, Fortnite streamers, for the most part, you know, they will just keep streaming Fortnite until the game dies, effectively, but I'm not like that. I get bored real easy. Okay, so, we've finally upgraded my pants. Admittedly, they're not the pants that I care too much about, but it's nice to have them upgraded anyway. Oh, I gotta find some new thing.
Watch your back out there.
Let's see, Wander versus Ninja. That's a funny joke. Okay, Pursuit. So that's it for the Terra Behemoths. Time to go after the Rockfall Skarn. Who's excited for this? I'm kind of okay with it. Dire Panga or Hellion? Neither. The worst one. Look at how I'm switching away from my my earth resistance here. Actually, I can probably stick with the pants at the very least. I mean, hell, I could probably even stick to the armor. Okay, that's close enough. Really, it's just the brow and the arms that I need. Okay. But yeah, in general, the problem I have with games as a service is they are quite literally designed to be played kind of indefinitely. They're more for people that only played like one game at a time. Because for the most part, I'm assuming a lot of you guys that have been getting into Dauntless, you've just been playing this non-stop for this entire week-ish, and you haven't really played a whole lot of games. Now, obviously, that's not entirely true, and a number of you have been playing other things. It varies. God, I love this animation. But yeah, I do plan on doing Heroic Plus. I should go back to that just because it is fun, and that'll leave me in a good spot. The only reason why I had stopped at Dauntless earlier, I guess 2 years ago, was entirely because, 1, playing it alone sucked. 2, it was kind of hard, and 3, they were deleting progress. I think at this point, if they deleted progress, people would lose their shits collectively. I hope they don't do it. You've been playing Dauntless since Alpha. Yeah, I was playing technically since the pre-alpha, but, like, couldn't film the pre-alpha, and my problem is I really do have to prioritize stuff that, like, I can film. I am the worst beta tester. Just because I can't do that. Nice. How did I not get hit there? I have no idea. Okay, Rockfall Skarn. You're not nearly as dangerous as you used to be for me. Broke his head plate. And then knocked him out. And then shocked him. Ooh. And then knocked him down again. Whee. He got mad. But that's okay. Wrecked his face. Nope, nope, don't knock me down. Ooh, purple thingy. Ow. I'm taking a bunch of damage, but it is entirely justified. Did we kill him already? God dang! This poor creature. 3 minutes, 39 seconds. That is actually, I think, a bit of a record for me. Yeah, we are getting to the point where it's overgeared. This is actually working really, really well for me. Actually, is that enough? I might be able to go upgrade my I might be able to upgrade my gun finally, because I think I needed that for things. I needed that for, like, several things. Now I think about it, but I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, with games like, say, Monster Hunter World, well, it's... Oh, no. Oh, shoot. I need more of those, sleek Razorwing chitin to upgrade my gun. Whatever, we'll get to it at some point. I might even get more of that from the heroic version, whatever that is. If there is one, I don't know. I mean, we can always come back to it at a later date. I don't care too much about Earth Guns. There's a Heroic Rockfall. Okay. And probably Heroic Plus. Perfect. Okay, so I gotta do Pangar, Hellion, and Nezaga. Oh, and then another Rockfall Skarn. Firebrand Charog, and Dreadfrost Boreas. Oh, boy. Alright, well, let's go dunk on another Skarn, seeing as that was laughable. But yeah, to finish my eternal thought, I don't know, I can never finish topics while I'm playing this game. See, Pangar armor is really good for hammer. Yep, I'm wearing it. I mean, I guess you can't tell, but I am in fact wearing the Pangar armor for hammer. For Knockout King. Gotta get a new skin for this thing. I mean, I could just disguise it. I do have 12 of these. Let's go pick out a really cool hammer skin and just make the basic hammer.
Slayer, good to see you.
What is a cool hammer that I will never use? I mean, the Koshai one, maybe, but no. The Riftstalker hammer looks pretty cool. I could just skin it as the Riftstalker hammer. That would be goofy. Yeah, let's do Riftstalker hammer. I like how it looks. Yeah, Warframe's still kind of down in the dumps of endgameless hell. I think that's the problem where I'm stuck with it, is like, there's no like, direct ending, it's just kind of like you just keep going. And it's like, I enjoy it greatly, but as a YouTuber that doesn't generally do endless content in any kind of game, this is keep going, but better combat. Well, so part of it is there is I'm not going to say an end, but there's like a much more overt... Yeah, that's a cool looking hammer. And it matches my very purple scheme. There's a very overt ending. Is he up here? Of like available content, and eventually they're gonna keep extending it. With Warframe, there's so much, and it's so time consuming. It's really tough for me to keep up with, because effectively, like, you have to play a shit ton of Warframe to actually keep up with the end game, which is good, because it more or less means like it is probably. It is probably one of the best games as a service games. It's just a matter of like, for me, well, I just can't keep up with that without, like, dooming my channel a little bit. Because, yeah, I've got so many solo series to do. Sorry, I should have helped with that one. Wow. That was very much an armpit dodge. Because, yeah, every Games as a Service game that I play takes up a slot. I don't have, like, a limited number of slots beyond, like, how much free time I have in a given day, week, whatever. But even if there's no hard cap on what I do, there is still, like, an imaginary limit on what I can do. And so yeah, so for each one of those I do, it's time that, like, well, it's time out of another series. I mean, if you've noticed, I guess for those of you watching the stream, I pretty much haven't streamed anything else. You know, I've played a little bit of Pathologic and a little bit of Vambrace Cold Soul. But since I started playing Dauntless, I pretty much have only played Dauntless. And I'm enjoying it immensely. But compared to my channel's usual variety, it is very limiting. And it's, I wouldn't exactly say rough, but it really does make me into a Dauntless channel for a week or a month or whatever. I don't know. And to some degree, I can't afford that. So yeah, that's why I don't generally do games as a service, but Dauntless is good enough that it's torn me away from my usual, like, variety. Slightly faster than last time. I mean, yeah, we were doing pretty damn good. Okay, Shockjaw Nazaga? Yeah, probably. Otherwise, we could go for the Frostback Pangar, Boreas, Hellion, or whatnot. Okay. Yeah, let's do Nazaga. It's not that bad, none of them are. No, you're probably entirely correct. But still. Let's go see if my Skarnhammer can be upgraded, now that I'm thinking about it.
Things like this remind me of Ostia.
Skarnhammer can be upgraded, yes! I need more. Well, it's fine.
Behemoths beware Borman Blade.